Alright, so we back, right? Alright, now before I get started, let me just say that this next part I'm about to read, it's pretty rough. It's not it doesn't sugarcoat anything, and I don't, people are, emotionally charged, so they hear, little, certain buzzwords and they just blank out. But this is not to be taken as a joke. This is not anyone trying to purposely ridicule black women, or or an attempt to demean black women at all. So again, if anyone is listening to this and you take it personal, then that's probably a confirmation that you should check yourself and really go look in the mirror and just figure out why that whatever you heard bothers you so much. So I'm gonna continue here, and what I'm gonna do here is there are three types. I'm going to read each part separately. That way they won't be too long. And also they can be broken down for later reference. So let's start here where it left off at. It says the lower grade black woman, or the low life black woman. So here we go. Number one, the low life black woman. This black woman may have been subjected to abject multi-generational poverty, illiteracy, and shame as a child. She works on the lowest rung of employment due to not being properly educated. She dresses in inexpensive Kmart type styles, and her face is greasy from wearing too much cheap makeup. Her hair will also be greasy, perhaps have a few specks of lint, and may be plastered down around her face in an unsuccessful attempt to create curls or the baby hair look. She may sport a raggedy ponytail with a child's barrette or a rubber band. Bathing is not that important. Her bra strap may be gray from non-washing, and she may wear her panties 2 or 3 days straight without changing them, or wear none at all. She drinks alcohol to the point of intoxication and curses loud in the public, real loud. She hangs around weekly in common local corner bars and goes out with strange men who she fights with regularly. She may have a main black man who she fights with at will. She has battle scars on her face, neck, arms, and hands from warring with men and women in her neighborhood or nightclubs. She goes along easily with immoral dares and relates aggressively to her neighbors. She does not read the newspaper and uses drugs when they are available. If she does not work, she is on the public dole, aka welfare. She may dress her child or children in the latest styles and will spend all of her welfare check on clothes and partying. She views each check day as heaven on earth, a short-lived time when she has purchasing power to feed her tepid wishes. She might have a gold tooth or a few missing teeth. Her nails are conceivable, chipped, or broken. Her posture is that of a toad. She may be overweight and an over-average breather with a protruding pot gut. She comfortably wears run-over shoes. Her heels may be dirty and crusty. She borrows money and food from her neighbors. She uses deodorant occasionally and is overly impressed with fancy dressed black men in big flashy cars with lots of gold. She is materialistic on a small scale and does not like to stay indoors. Even on cold winter nights, she can be seen roaming the streets or going back and forth to an after-hour joint. She is not ashamed of her condition or predicament and appears to be quite satisfied during her sterile, non-productive days. Her time is made up of gossiping with her neighborhood cronies, looking at television, window shopping in nearby malls, yelling at her children, not keeping up with her children, and walking back and forth to the corner store. She shops above her means, has no plans to change, and attempts to use the black men available to finagle him out of money, drinks, or car rides. She has no idea what to do with a black man herself, and she does not fantasize about a better life. She is looked upon as shameful in civilized society and is considered a savage. She often hates the black women in the higher social classes and considers them conceited. Her world of thought is very, very small. Her ideas are simplified, and she speaks the language in flat, abbreviated terms, full of mispronunciations and wrong tenses. She does not know any better and does not think she is capable of learning better. She is in a pitiful state of condition, and if she has any dreams at all, they are of a black man rescuing her from her status. She is also inclined to respond to the advances of white men looking for a good time. She may sprinkle herself with cheap perfume profusely. If a black woman on this level is involved with drugs or abuses alcohol, she becomes a dreg of society and a corrupt mother. Men do not matter to her at all on that level unless they can provide her with money or contraband. This group requires no further discussion, other than that this black woman must be claimed, cleaned up, and returned to her proper state of existence as a civilized woman. Okay, so that was the end of the first, I guess, category or generalization that we want to put it at of a black woman, the low-life black woman or the lower-grade black woman. I think it's a very interesting perspective, very, very honest, if you ask me. I think that will resonate with a lot of people who are listening to that. Like I said, so the point, the whole purpose of this is to have dialogue and solution-based dialogue, not just emotional, banter. You're going back and forth, arguing and trying to get the most likes. We're not doing that. So, like I said, that's just the part one. The first part. I'll be back. I'm gonna read the second woman, or the average woman, the average black woman. I'm gonna come back and read that just so we can break it down. And like I said, everybody comment. Let's get involved.